So, Joy, why don't you tell me, I want you to, can you close your eyes for me for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to just imagine a year from now. Where do you see yourself, or where would you like to see yourself 1 year from now? Next summer, 2011, where would you like to see yourself?
Where, like, geographically?
Where in your life? Sort of like the place in your life, the state of mind you're in, you know.
Okay, well, that's easier, I
Okay.
think. State
You
of
can
mind.
say geographically too, hey.
Well, that's harder for me. State of mind, I would like to be the person that I imagine when I think of who I want to be. So that's, you know, that includes financially responsible, that includes having some sort of ambition towards something, whatever it is, being fearless about embracing whatever it is I want.
Embracing it without being making a big excuse to not do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Besides from being ambitious in those things and having those, imagine that you already have those personality traits, you know, and those skills and that mindset now. Is there any place you see yourself in terms of like maybe your job or your relationship or your ideal self?
A couple of, like, a bunch of different things come to mind. Being, like, working on some sort of project where I'm working with kids.
Okay.
Foreign countries, travel.
Okay.
Maybe in a relationship, maybe not. That sounds bad to say, because I do love the person I'm with. But
well, it's honest. You have to be honest.
I mean, ultimately, what I want most is to just
It's okay, you can say it.
It's so ridiculous though, because to be in harmony with myself.
So can you explain what that means to you? To be in harmony with yourself?
To feel like it's okay, whatever it is I want.
To be in alignment with yourself?
Yeah. Like, I feel like I fight myself over everything.
Like you're your own worst. Like there's like you that wants to move forward, and then there's a you that's like trying to hold you back, maybe?
Yeah.
And is that you that tries to hold you back? Is that sort of like the bully in your life?
I don't know. I don't see it as a bully.
Do you see it? It seems to me that you almost give it more respect.
Yeah.
Thing. More respect than it deserves, huh?
Well, in one of the other exercises, I think it's false belief, or like
A limiting belief.
Something that I learned as a kid is, you know, that to be exceptional or to be loved, it had to be one or the other. And
Okay.
I know that wasn't an intentional message, because my mom always told me I could be anything I wanted to be, and I should never, you know, always give it my best and all of those wonderful cliches. But when I excelled, I was met with resentment, not necessarily from my mom, but from those close to me. And so it created in me the belief that I had to choose.
Oh, wow.
Between being exceptional and being loved.
And just being normal, being average Joe type of thing, and being loved?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of things did you excel at as a child, and that maybe you were faced with resentment for? Did you ever get a straight A, or was there something you tried?
I did really well in school early on, which my brother and sister did not. And I got along well with everyone, which my brother and sister did not. And expressions were, you know, it's basically anything that I did that I received praise from my mom, I received negative attention from my siblings for. And instead of being logical, which, you know, I can easily logically say, well, that's because they were jealous.
Right,
You
right.
know, it had nothing to do with the choices, you know, that I had to make.
Yeah.
But internally, as a child, that's not how I interpreted things, and so I remember when I realized this, I was an adult, and I was at a holiday gathering, and I was playing Boggle with my family, and my mom was like saying words that she had come up with, and one of them she's like, I don't know if that's a word, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that it is. And her response was sort of like, I don't know, something like, okay, Miss Smarty Pants. And it was like, what the heck? First of all, I'm on your side.
Yeah, yeah.
And second of all, why the hostility?
Right, right.
And it was like the silliest thing, but at that moment I sort of put it together, like, oh yeah, there's this reaction.
That you almost get like this punishment for when you're smart or when
I succeed.
Did you feel from being as a child, do you think that maybe you downplayed things or dumbed down in front of your family or in front of people, or dumbed down your accomplishments perhaps in order to not receive that kind of punishment or negative feedback?
Not initially. I mean, I didn't stop trying. It was never that I dumbed it down, I just stopped trying. And I didn't stop trying until my mom's boyfriend left.
Okay. And then what event triggered, or why did you stop trying that at that point?
Well, my trying, my mom, when I was a kid, my mom usually gave me praise over everything that I did. My poems, my paintings, my dancing, my schoolwork, everything. And when her boyfriend left, she got really, really depressed. And so it stopped mattering.
Yeah.
My success didn't make her happy anymore.
Yeah.
And so then it wasn't even worth, you know, the negative reactions of other people.
Right, right. And then from that point forward, was there any changes in your behavior or your ability to want your ambition?
Yeah, like I said, I just stopped trying. My grades dropped, and it was sort of I'll do just enough to get by, and so. And then, you know, my mom didn't seem to notice, because she would just say, well, as long as you're still trying your best.
Right.
I'm getting an F in a class when I was getting straight A's. How?
Yeah, that's crazy. So do you feel like that maybe installed sort of like a habit in you, a pattern of just, you know, not trying as hard as you can, not trying to be extraordinary?
Definitely.
That's interesting. That probably has a lot of weight too on where you are now.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if you can undo that? What if you can change that pattern? Do you feel like a lot of things would be different?
It would, a million things, everything.
Do you want to be an extraordinary person? Do you want to exceed? Do you want to succeed?
The sad thing is that part of me is going, no, no, no. And I know that's the part that's afraid that I won't be loved, or that I'll get hostile reactions from people who are less extraordinary.
Yeah, yeah. Right, because you think maybe like, hey, well, if I don't really get what I want, or if I don't really succeed, then I can still be loved, and I can just sort of live this normal life, and I can blend in.
Even though I'm completely miserable.
Right, exactly. Are the rest of your family members, how are they in terms of their temperament and are they happy right now, or are they more depressed?
Absolutely not.
They're not?
They're not happy.
Okay.
my mom is in a menial job that, you know, she's said a million times that this isn't what she wants to be doing, but it brings in money at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My sister jumps around from career to career, from guy to guy.
From career to career, from guy to guy. Okay. How old is she?
She's, how old am I? She's 36.
Okay.
And my brother, who's 27, is in and out of prison.
Your brother? Okay. All right. So what would happen if you were really, really happy? Would there be any guilt or something? Maybe that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do I deserve to be happy?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you see how that is a huge blind spot? That's a huge blocker.
Yeah.
Because if you were to be really happy, like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm in the relationship of my dreams. I'm in the job of my dreams. I'm having the life of my dreams. I mean, I can even see right now from your facial expressions that sounds like it's making you like feeling twisted inside. Like it doesn't seem right to almost abandon your family when they're all not in that same situation,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you would almost be like leaving them behind or something if you were to succeed and be really happy?
I guess so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you could maybe just sort of take your family out of this for one. No, it's okay. I mean, this is all good.
Sorry.
Don't even apologize. This is good. This is stuff that you're bringing to the table and discovering, and it's necessary to discover all these weeds and fog and all the stuff then underneath so that we can move forward. You know, where does this stuff come from? We have to figure that out. And if beliefs can be very, very powerful. They're the most powerful things that we have because our beliefs about ourselves, about the reality of our world, about the world we live in, those beliefs, those form our thoughts. And our thoughts, they manifest our reality that we live in. So if we believe certain things, and we believe lots of different things. I believe that birds can fly, and I believe that I'm a great person. But you can see how damaging it is if I had a belief that was limiting, like I don't deserve to succeed. You know, how does that create and manifest in our reality? Not very well.
You end up being almost 30 and not having any significant progress
Right.
in your life.
Exactly. So our beliefs are enormous. And to be able to change them is even more important and discover them because there's just beliefs that, and they come from different places. They come from our parents. They come from authority figures. They come from doctors in white coats. They come from teachers, TV. There's so many places where these beliefs come from and form within us at such a young age. We're brainwashed. We're hypnotized at a young age, and we don't even really have a choice about a lot of the beliefs that we have. We're not even consciously aware of how limiting some of these beliefs are. So the first step is discovering what these beliefs are so that we can change them. Now, do you believe that beliefs can be changed?
Yes.
Okay.